job that you are doing. Great job you're doing, Whitey's, and in Arlington. It's always great to be in Arlington. It's so well organized. You have a great crowd, great enthusiasm, and we very much appreciate the invitation. I don't do this very often, but as Democratic caucus chair, this is what I used to do all over the Commonwealth, is try to get people engaged in legislative races and congressional races, and so I enjoy it very much. So I appreciate the opportunity to kind of test out again, be out with all the people who care about the future of America, and recognizing the importance of your vote and your participation in making sure that future is a future that we can all embrace and enjoy. I just came here, when Gordon invited me, I said, well, it has to be on the Metro. Of course, everything in Arlington is on the Metro, because I don't own an automobile. I sold, this month, October, I'm celebrating 1 year without an automobile. I try to practice what I preach, and as you know, Gordon was kind enough to mention my League of Conservation Voters support, and I was recently in Virginia Beach to hold hands on the beach protesting offshore oil drills. So I've tried to go without an automobile, and frankly, the Metro's terrific. I love it. I know there's complaints about it, but try driving. Crazy. I read these articles about the Metro. I said, well, try driving in and stuck in traffic and try to find parking. But anyway, so I've enjoyed it. And the Metro's terrific. And I say that, so I have a lot of carbon credits, by the way, to auction off. A year's worth of carbon credits. Well, and I mention that because it's a segue into the point I want to make tonight. The Metro is a perfect example of the partnership that the federal government enjoys with local government and the private sector. I mean, look at the development along Clarendon and Courthouse Metros in Boston. This is benefiting employees. It's benefiting the private sector being able to have access to a Metro. That's the partnership. And I want to throw out, some shout-outs to the Arlington County Board. And whenever I get a chance, I do that. Barbara and Mary and Jay, and I know Chris Zimmerman, who's on the ballot this year. You got to make sure he gets back, because these folks understand it. This is tremendous development. It's the type of development that we need all around the Commonwealth, and I know Terry appreciates that and knows that, and maybe he'll have something to do about that in the future. But that's why when we hear these simple slogans about let's limited government, let's practice limited government, let's cut spending, let's even vilify federal government employees. I mean, how can that resonate? How can that appeal to any Virginians? Certainly not any Arlingtonians who enjoy the Metro, Alexandrians, but the Commonwealth of Virginia has enjoyed a tremendous partnership, a strong partnership, one of mutual benefit with the federal government. You think of the military installations in Hampton Roads. You think of the research grants given to UVA and Virginia Tech, the Pentagon here in Arlington. I mean, the examples are numerous. So, but in the face of that, we continue to have these congressional candidates talk about limited government, cut spending, deficits out of control, and vilify our hard-working federal government employees. It should not resonate. It absolutely should not resonate. It's up to each and every one of us to make sure it does not resonate. We know the environment out there. It's angry, it's intolerant, and in some cases, it's ignorant. It's not voters, maybe some of the people running, but not voters. It is up to us to present them the facts, because simple slogans like cut spending, reduce the deficit, limited government are just that, simple slogans, and simple slogans tend to be, if not always, are the wrong solutions. When they talk about cutting spending, let's look at two-thirds of the budget, Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid. They don't talk about cutting that. Then you add in debt on the national debt. And you add in military benefits in the wars we are fighting. It equals about 4/5 of the government spending. 4/5. So that leaves a fifth left that they're going to eliminate. Well, let's see, what is that? Environmental Protection Agency? Let's leave cleaning up the Chesapeake Bay to somebody else. Food and Drug Administration? Let's reduce the number of inspectors. Hey, we haven't had a salmonella outbreak since what, last week? Mining and Minerals? Well, we haven't had an oil spill in a while. Department of Education? Let's eliminate Pell Grants for low-income, needy college students. I mean, those are the type of facts we need to, because we know that change is messy, it's inconvenient, it's challenging. If running government was easy, the Republicans could do it. We have to embrace the facts and face to face with these allegations and these simple slogans that are indeed merely slogans, not solutions. And we have to present a positive forward vision, because we know the solutions lie in making sure we invest in education so we achieve President Barack Obama's goal of being #1 again in the world in college graduates. We need to invest in a crumbling infrastructure so we have rail from Richmond to Washington, D.C., and we have rail from Lynchburg through Charlottesville, Tom Cariello's district, to Washington, D.C. We have passenger rail as well as freight rail opportunities. And we know we must continue to invest in transportation, in energy. We must invest in clean alternative energy so we can embrace and enjoy a growing green economy that puts people back to work. So we have a positive vision, and particularly as progressive Democrats. I suspect most of you are pretty progressive. Certainly young Democrats, and some older Democrats. We have an obligation to make sure we get the facts out. Because we know, during those Bush years, some of these elections were a little easy. It's hard right now. It's hard. And people are disenchanted, they're angry. But we need to give a rational response. We have to give a positive vision for the future. We have to rebut these simple slogans with real facts, real solutions. That's why we need strong leaders in the United States House of Representatives. And we have them here in Virginia. Particularly tonight, we're celebrating or encouraging you all to participate in 3 particular campaigns. Certainly Tom Cariello has been a champion. Talk about walking the walk and talking the talk. Tom Cariello has done it each and every way. He deserves our support and encouragement and vote. Same thing for Jerry Conley. He's been there in that 11th Congressional District. That's the swing congressional district. We need to make sure that remains blue. We need to make sure we return a leader like Jerry Conley, who immediately made an impact in the Congress as freshman class president. He's the type of person who understands local government, can create that positive, strong relationship between the federal government and local government. And of course, the other guy who I know so well, Jim Moran's been there each and every time. He's always taken the leadership role on a variety of issues. Recently with Don't Ask, Don't Tell, leadership on the issues of the environment and transportation. So these are the type of three candidates, and all of them, and I don't want to leave anybody out. We have some, Glenn Nye down in Hampton Roads, Rick Boucher on the 9th District, Bobby Scott. We have 6 out of 11. We have 6 out of 11 Congress. We need to return each and every one of those 6 members of Congress to make sure Virginia turns blue, because next year we're going to have another battle with legislative races, and after that we've got to make sure we return Virginia to the blue column for President Barack Obama. So thank you all very much.